You must have heard Dart is a type-safe language. But what is type safety and how it works? Let's understand these two important points in this video. Ready? Let's go. First thing first, what is type safety? Type safety means a variable value always match to its static data type, also known as sound typing. For example, if you declare an integer variable, then you can't accidentally assign a string value to it. This prevents error in our app. Dart uses powerful combination of static type checking and runtime type checking. Static type checking finds the error before our app runs, and runtime type checking ensures that our app behaves as expected when it's live. Let's explore how this works in Dart with some examples. Now, let's understand what is static type checking. Imagine you're filling out an online form, and in that form, there is a field called an age. And in that field, if you try to put letters instead of numbers, then the form will immediately warn you about invalid input error and won't let you proceed until you fix that error. Similarly, in Dart, static type checking makes sure that the code that we write does not violate the type rule before our app runs. Here is a quick example. Here I have a simple Dart program where I have declared an integer age variable with a value of 25, and on the next line I'm trying to assign a string value to that same variable. And Dart immediately knows that I can't assign a string value to an integer variable. So because of that, it's showing us a squiggly line, red squiggly line over here. And if I hover over it, I'm getting an error. A value of type string can't be assigned to a variable of type integer. So this is how the static type checking or compile time type safety works in Dart. This is achieved using Dart's static analyzer. Now let's talk about runtime type checking or runtime type safety. Imagine you have a vending machine which accepts only coin, but someone tries to use a banknote. In that case, the machine won't accept it. In this case, the machine realizes the mistake only when someone tries to use the wrong currency. Similarly, in Dart, runtime type safety ensures that the variable value always matches to its static data type during the execution. Let's understand this with a quick example. In this Dart program, I have declared an age variable with the dynamic keyword and assign a value string 25. And on the next line, I'm trying to cast that variable into int. Currently, I'm not getting any compile time errors. Now let's run this program. And while executing, I'm getting an exception. Type string is not a subtype of type integer. Dart catch this mismatch during execution that it can't convert a string value to an integer. So because of that, it is throwing an exception. So this is how the runtime type safety works in Dart. Okay, now let's talk about inferred types, a feature that makes Dart both smart and easy to use. Dart uses type inference to determine the type of the variable based on the value that we assign to it. Here is a quick example. Here I have a simple Dart program where I have declared a name variable using the var keyword and assign a string value to it. And on the next line, I'm printing the type of the variable. Now let's run this program. And as we can see, we are getting the type of the name variable as string. So even though I have not declared this name variable as a string variable, but from the value that I have assigned to it, Dart knows that name is a string variable. And now if I try to assign a different value to it, for example 67, Dart is now allowing me to do it because it knows that name is a string variable. And if I hover over it, I am getting the same error. A value of type integer can't be assigned to a variable of type string. So this is how the inferred type works in Dart. Now you might be wondering, why does the type safety even matter? Well, first, it reduces the bugs by catching the errors early. Second, it improves the performance. Knowing the type of the variable at compile time can help Dart to optimize our code better. And third, it boosts readability. With the type enforce, it's now easier to read and understand our code. In a nutshell, Dart type safety is like a guardrail on a highway. It keeps our code safe, predictable, and efficient. So, this is how the Dart type safety works. Did this explanation help you to understand the type safety better? Let me know in the comments below. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you want to learn more about Flutter and Dart, check out my Flutter and Dart playlist. Until next time, keep coding, keep learning, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coding!